Welcome to the Marine Military Academy. My name is Dr. John Butler, and I'm the Provost and Chief Financial Officer of the school. And I'm really excited to have with me today our Commandant of Cadets, Sergeant Major Delvin Smythe, and of course, our President of the school, Colonel Christopher Dowling. We are right in the middle of my 26th summer camp here at the school, guys. Wow. And I got to tell you, I continue to be amazed at how quickly these young men start picking up some of the phenomenal skills, behaviors, and habits that we so closely associate with summer camp. You know, Colonel Dowling, I know just yesterday you were out with the boys and really engaged with a lot of them, and you noticed some of these unique things that they're picking up. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's really interesting to watch these young men that just showed up just last Saturday, and now they're engaged. They're marching as a unit. They got friends already, established. The unit becomes more cohesive. And then you put them up there, and before they go do a rappel or do a zip line or go over the confidence course, the stairway to heaven, they're like, I don't like heights. And then you say, you can do this. And they climb up the stairway to heaven. They rappel down the tower. They do the zip line. And, I don't like the water. I don't like the pool. I can't swim. And next thing you know, they're swimming in the pool with their buddies and stuff. It's really remarkable. Sergeant Major?
Yes, sir. I see the same thing. It starts off, their knees are banging together. They're terrified. And then by the end of summer camp or by the end of the week, they've already been, can I do it again? Can I do it again? So what I've seen, and it's continuing to happen, is a chance to be a leader. Some of the guys that are in the back, they're running, they watch what their cadet instructors are doing, and they quickly emulate that. They quickly get a chance to show their own leadership. So it's working.
Absolutely. And I know, Colonel Dowling, that's something that you preach to the boys every day, is even though you may not have the title of being the company commander or battalion commander, seek out your opportunities to lead and develop those skills. And it's something that we see here really within remarkably days when you put them in this unique environment.
What makes it even more special is the fact that we follow the Marine Corps ethos. We're the only school in the world that has the traditions and the ethos of honor, courage, command of the United States Marine Corps. And we talk about compassionate leadership. We talk about resiliency. We talk about taking the lead and being the number one individual, but always taking care of that younger man that's fallen a little bit behind. And it's always interesting to see that younger man who falls behind, he starts to get more confidence in himself, and he starts to take leadership roles on more frequently than before.
Yes, sir. And the cadet instructors are sometimes the same age as the campers. And the campers see, if that guy can do it, I can do it too. So following that example really, really pays off.
What's exciting to me is we watch what's happening, in just a couple of short days and then the full 28 days of summer camp. But then really when we transition that to the school year and you look at what all is accomplished by these young men when we have the opportunity to work with them for that 9.5, 10 months of the school year and build on these skills that they have in summer camp. You were just talking about that confidence, and we see that not only just in the physical skills that they're doing with the runs and the back 40 adventure activities that they engage in, but also in academics and in dealing with their peers, other adults, and they develop a level of confidence and maturity and kind of an expectation of excellence that we don't see in a lot of other young men. How do you see that building from the summer camp experience to that school year experience?
It's a springboard. For those young men that are here at summer camp right now, they don't have to go through the plebe system when they come here, which is a huge benefit. It's 1 month of not having to deal with, uniform inspections and things of that nature. So they jump right in, and then they're competing for leadership billets right away. And it's funny to watch these younger men that come here for the first time for the fall academic year. They start to get the confidence in the classroom. Once they have the confidence in the classroom, they start to compete for leadership billets, and then they start competing for athletics. And next thing you know, they're the team captain. They're doing things in the company. They're doing things in the battalion. And it's quite a remarkable transformation when you see them and you think about them 2 or 3 years ago, what they looked like and what they are today. It's incredible.
Sergeant Major, I know that you were in the barracks as a drill instructor, and you got to work with those young men day in and day out, not only in summer camp, but the school year. And what do you see as the unique differentiator with Marine Military Academy and some of the other schools that you're familiar with when it comes to creating that whole man throughout the academic year?
Yes, sir. So, first thing is the boys get to wear the Marine uniform, and they get to see what their drill instructor is doing every day. And they see that consistency that the drill instructor provides, and they start to take that on right away. And going throughout the school year, they get a chance to go from being a summer camper, and then the following summer, I mean, not even 365 days later, the same kid is now teaching what he's learned. So it goes pretty quickly.
Let me jump on that one
Absolutely.
thing. The bedrock of Marine Military Academies are our drill instructors. They live with that young man 24/7 during the school year.
Sure.
So that drill instructor, who is a retired Marine, is using his experiences as that staff NCO to teach and lead those young men. And that's where the remarkable experience begins, with that drill instructor, who's that pivotal person here at the school.
You know, sir, that's a phenomenal point. And, you know, both of you guys know me and know my children, and I did my best to raise them in a disciplined, structured, and tough environment. But I don't think you can emulate what we do here as far as creating a distraction-free, disciplined, and structured environment that really allows them to achieve their fullest potential in the classroom, and then start developing those leadership skills that will last with them forever. And I know one of the things we're super excited about right now is the diversity of our student body. I think I heard 41 different states and 11 different countries.
Yeah.
And when you're in a school environment where your roommate's a guy maybe from Shanghai or Nigeria or Panama, and you're making those connections and friends, but having to work with them with completely different worldviews in some cases, but still motivate and inspire and lead with that servant leadership that I know you guys teach with, it really makes a huge impact. And I know that's something that both of y'all continue to work with our boys with individually and collectively on carrying on that tradition of servant leadership. How do y'all see that, you know, helping them for the rest of their life?
So just to touch on something you just mentioned, we had a young boy get here 2 days ago. He's just completed school in the UK, and he had a layover in Rome. He couldn't get here as fast as he wanted to, but he just got here. So, I mean, getting to work and live with someone from a completely different culture who's doing the same things, going through high school and learning, becoming a man, it's absolutely getting pushed in the right direction.
But it's just a neat thing, you know, where you get to see different cultures, different religions, different environments, and watch those men. They don't see black and white. They don't see, you know, brown. They just see, this is my friend, and I get to experience that. And they bring him home for Christmas and holidays and weekends. So it's a unique experience here at MMA.
And the culture of support within the student body in a lot of schools is not one that motivates and inspires excellence. It's one that it's not cool to be great. How do you see Marine Military Academy being different from that?
So we get a lot of young men here who were never concerned with their grade point average. Now it's cool to talk about your grade point average and how much it went up and where you stand amongst your class. It's a very competitive atmosphere.
Even though they're competing with each other, they still support each other.
Yeah.
I know when you go through the barracks, Sergeant Major goes to the barracks, you see those guys helping each other out with their schoolwork. You've got your academic officer that's pairing them up with peer tutors, continuing to create that focus on excellence and supportive leadership. Because of the size of the school we are and the engagement of the leadership, I personally have witnessed you and Sergeant Major Smythe walk up to a young man just like you're talking about. You catch him in the hallway and going, hey, I saw your grades, or I saw this, you know, that you did and it was excellent, or you need to pick it up. I see you're starting to slip a little bit. And the difference that makes in these young men's lives is amazing. And it's modeling that style of leadership that we want them to carry back to the barracks, back to their communities, their schools, and their future businesses.
You know, we talk about the drill instructors, we talk about the Corps cadets, but one group that we haven't talked about, who are really truly the heroes, are our teachers. Our educators are phenomenal. When you look at it collectively, they have over 200 years of experience, and the way that they're able to take young men who varied degrees of education and get them caught up in order to compete. Our teachers are heroes. I mean, they just do a great job with those students.
The connection between teacher and drill instructor, I think, is absolutely key. Because that connection is made, there's no room for the cadet to fall between the cracks. We definitely we see him doing his homework. We see him turning it in. That process is almost seamless because the teacher and the drill instructor are always communicating.
And you take that one step further. You got the teacher who's also the coach. So they know that student inside and out. And just like we have the coaches here for summer camp, those are going to be the same coaches that are going to be here for athletics and teachers. So it's a great combination.
Young men sometimes who have had a hard time finding, their own identity and that positive outlook on life and that passion for succeeding, it's just always so exciting to me to watch them hit that here and hit their stride. And, I'm convinced every day that we are surrounded by future CEOs, physicians, leaders of community and schools. And we see it with our graduates, and I know that these young men, they've got the potential, and when put in this environment, you get every ounce of that potential in product and success and leading to the future. I would encourage anybody that is excited about what's happening at summer camp and understands the value that this experience has to consider what adding to that and looking at the Marine Military Academy as a school of choice option for your young man as we roll into this upcoming fall, because you're going to be shocked with what you see in 28 days with the confidence, the leadership development, the self-esteem that's truly earned. And if you think about what we do in 28 days, again, just think about what can happen in 10 months when we put them in that environment where not only are they encouraged to succeed, but that success is truly celebrated, not only by the faculty and staff, but also by their peers.
Amen.
It's contagious.
Hope to see you here next year. Thank you.